They don't make these anymore. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another one. Okay, today's actually my birthday. You know, thought I'd throw that up there. And it is also the opening day of turkey season for firearms. I did not get a hunt this morning, I had to work. But Tristan gave me a couple of pins. He's out turkey hunting with someone else right now, so gave me a couple pins, told me, hey, these are some spots where birds typically roost. Go see if, you know, if they're there, and we can try and shoot one in the morning. So he's hooking me up big time. Big shout out to Tristan. Thanks so much, dude. But yeah, so he's got permission and everything. I'm just going out right now to see if I can figure out where these birds are roosting. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Hopefully I can find them. So hold on just a second. I know it's really hard to see, but there's a couple of them out there already. I'm here a little bit early because there's you know, a good amount of overcast and it's trying to sprinkle a little bit. I thought maybe they'd go to roost early, so I've got a little bit of time before looks like they hit the bed. But that gives me a chance to watch them a little bit. Might make this easy. Well, I'm gonna throw the binos on them and see if I can see what all is out there. Looks like there's 5 that I can see. At least one big bird. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys in a bit. All right. Well, I got the birds. Well, I watched where they went. Tristan actually is just showing up, and we're gonna see if we can locate him for sure. The tom that I watched, he's an okay sized one. He's not huge, but he's a bird. Hmm? Is that you right there, buddy? You can try it again. See if you want. Oh, they like that. You guys see him? Hey, dude. This one fired up a little bit ago also. Want to hit him with an aw, yeah? It's a tom. Yeah, it's a big bird. Cool. We'll see if we can get this guy in the morning. Hey, bud. See you tomorrow. Okay, so for about the last hour I've been trying to find all my turkey stuff because, you know, are you really hunting if everything's actually ready when you need it? The answer is yes, it's still hunting, but it's not my type of hunting because I am very disorganized, in case you guys couldn't tell. So I did find some camo. Got my coat, face shield, got my hat, and getting the old Impala Plus already. Okay, well, it is like 4:45. Gonna be a lot of quiet time from here on out. So hopefully after I shoot, if I can shoot. So think about this. You know how turkeys can drum and they drag their wings and all that stuff? They can hear that from a really long ways away. We only have about a quarter to a third of a mile walk in. Hopefully get everything set up. I'll try and explain more. We have 2 minutes to shooting light. There's about 3 dogs that keep popping off. And it's just cold enough. I found out now that my GoPro battery died. So this is gonna be interesting for me. It's so beautiful out here this morning. Birds chirping everywhere. Got turkeys gobbling. He flew out behind us. In hindsight, of course he's gonna go that way. It's the most open area, and it's also a field where they're feeding it. So he's about 100 yards on the other side of these trees here, just strutting. So we might go see if we can get in a better position and see if he wants to come play. Okay, so there's about 3 toms and about 4 hens that are making some moves. We're making some moves too. There's one tom that's definitely in charge. He's got about 4 hens with him. Then there's 2 smaller ones that are just sort of hanging out. so they're going a direction I didn't think they would. So we're trying to go a couple 100 yards up ahead of them, see if we can cut them off. Hopefully it works. Luckily we got a good bottom here that we can kind of sneak through. So hopefully it gives us enough cover that we can move pretty fast. We're just hanging out across the field. Well, they're going the wrong way. That's the big Tom there. You can barely see him. He's got those 3 hens with him. They're walking. They were on a good line and they reversed. Now I got no idea what's going on. If they go straight away from us though, we're kind of screwed. If they keep going to our left, we got a chance. We'll see. Well, turkey hunting. Sometimes they win. Today they did. So I'm not even sure what happened. I think they're hanging out in that big tree row over there, but they just flat out ghost mode. Done. So anyway, I gotta go to work, so I'll catch you guys later. Well, it's a couple days later. Obviously I haven't got a turkey yet. Kind of bummed. I had to work a lot last couple days, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, that was the first little bit of turkey hunting. I am planning on going out here in the next week, and I'm hoping to smack one in the face. I really want to. Anyway, yeah, we set up basically in that first turkey, well, that turkey that you could see up in the tree, we had pretty much set up in his front yard. We got closer than probably we should have. We were probably within 60, 70 yards of the tree, maybe even closer than that. Yeah. Obviously he was gobbling at us, a whole bunch of different stuff, and then you heard him fly. He landed about 20, 30 yards behind us on the other side of the trees, and then went across the field and hung out with all the other birds. So, is what it is. We'll get him next time. At least that's the plan anyway. Before we get to the end of the video here, I have a couple things I want to show you. First, well, I'm going to show you guys a bunch of chicks that I picked up. So, not ladies, okay guys, baby chicks, okay? I got a whole bunch of them, planning to see if I can make a couple bucks at the animal sale. So, here in a couple of weeks, we're gonna take them. I got them from a hatchery. We're gonna see if we can flip a little bit of coin on them. So, yeah, hopefully here in a couple weeks we'll have that video. But, what you guys are gonna see after I show you guys the chicks is this guy. That is the most interesting or unusual gun that I own. So we'll take that apart. We'll do a little deeper dive into that here in a little bit. But first, let's go check out the chicks. All right, here is my little setup. Now, these guys here, this is my first batch and a little bit of my second batch. All these little light red ones here, those are cinnamon queens. I got those all as pullets. The others are called Easter eggers, and they lay a mix of blue, green, bluish green, pink eggs, you know, all sorts of fun stuff. These guys here, the little red ones, those are 3 days old today, and the other ones are 10 days old. So, the one thing I really like about these Easter eggers is there's all sorts of colors. You know, you got your ones that look kind of like got ones that kind of look like a chipmunk there. There's some bluish colored ones, some lighter, I mean, there's all sorts of different stuff. I mean, you never know what you're gonna get color-wise. Now, this is the rest of the batch I just got a couple days ago. In here are some Rhode Island Reds, some Barred Rocks. That's a salmon Feveroli. I forget how to pronounce the name. They're kind of interesting. They actually have 5 toes. Most birds only have 4. And there's some light Baramas in there as well. Actually, okay, so okay, so all right, so here is a light Barama chick. They have feathered feet. They're cool birds, but as you can see, it's a normal chicken foot, just like a turkey. Got 3 big toes out the front, 1 out the back. That is what most birds normally have. Now these other ones, they've got muffs on their face, so they got like different. Oh, there's one. Okay, these got, well, all sorts of interesting stuff. These guys, now these guys here, they have an extra toe. They got 5. Isn't that kind of different? They're not the only one by any means that has them, but yeah, I think they're kind of interesting. Anyway, I'll probably end up keeping a few of them, but most of them are probably gonna go to the auction and see if I can get a little bit of my money back. I had a bunch of like Jersey White Giants and stuff also, but long story short, a cat got in here and yeah, I'm missing at least 30 birds. So anyway, I got it all sealed up now. Found the hole that they were coming in through. Didn't think they could fit through that, but apparently they could. Anyway, let's go look at that gun. Now, all of you that have worked in a slaughterhouse might know what this is. This is a captive bolt gun. This is actually a pretty old one. It's much older than I am, I'm guessing. Well, I have the actual original manual that was with it, and they bought it in '84. So, I mean, yeah, I think it's kind of cool. I'll tear it apart real quick and show you guys how this works. But before I do that, this is very similar to the one that I use at the butchering plant that I have, except it's a much newer version than this one. This one has some issues with it that were a little bit dangerous, like you could lose a finger, and I'll show you how here in a little bit. But I'll show you the basic function of it. I'll take it apart, show the internals, how it all works and stuff like that, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy that. All right. I think I got the camera set up where you guys can see. Okay, so first, the way you would load this is this just twists off here. This is where your firing pin and cap would go, and it just locks into that little area there. So that's the way that goes. This is, it's right here, this is one of the caps. I don't remember what size it is, but it's got a little powder charge inside there. This is an open face one. They don't make these anymore, which is the reason a lot of butcher plants, like when I started butchering, I used one exactly like this. Same everything. Actually, a buddy of mine was able to buy that one. I was pretty glad that I was able to pick this one up at an old butcher shop. I actually got a box of caps with this one as well. I would shoot it, but I'll show you why here in a little bit, why I won't. But yeah. So what you would do is, in there is your firing pin, and you would take your cap and you would load it in there like that. And then you put it together. I'm going to do it without the cap, of course. You take it, pop it in there, and then right here is your hammer. You would pull that back, and then this is your trigger. There's supposed to be a little ring in there that would keep that from falling out. That's not supposed to fall out until after you shoot. So basically what you do is you pull the trigger. When you pull the trigger, firing pin would go, the bolt comes out from all the pressure, you know, because it's captive. It would go out, penetrate the skull of the animal, hit the brain, and then there's rubber washers in here that I'll show you. It would bounce back in if everything works right. The animal would drop. Let me show you the breakdown of all this here. There's not a whole lot more to see with that, but this tube here comes apart for cleaning and inspection, and the washer replacement. So there's nothing much special with this here. There is, I could look it up and tell you exactly what this is called, but I didn't. But this fits right inside here. I think it's a cone of some sort that helps deal with making sure that all the pressure goes in the right area. This here is the bolt. So as you can tell, there's a big bell on the end that keeps it from coming out of the hole, which allows it to bounce back in and not just get stuck out there. These, and then on the inside are 3 washers. They still have these rubber washers on the inside of even the new ones. There's 2 black ones and a red one. So the red one sits in between the 2 black ones. It's a little bit softer, like I said, and that allows for it to squish, so all the pressure, you know, bounces back, less recoil, and that's just, you know, I assume that's why it all is that way anyway. But anyway, I know this hasn't been the longest video ever. Now, one thing that made this thing dangerous is, so like when you would go up to stun an animal, a lot of times you're coming over the top of them, you come over, you stun it. Sometimes, depending on the angle that the animal would fall, the bolt would get stuck a little bit, or one reason or another, it might get stuck and it would pull the gun out of your hand, which wasn't great. But it happens sometimes. Well, what would happen, like the new guns, the trigger is just basically a button, big smooth button that you push. This one, you could get your finger caught and it would hold in there. Well, when you have 1,000 pounds of animal pulling down and you're trying to pull your hand back, you can guess what happens to some people's fingers if they got it caught in there. So it was not the safest design ever, but yeah, that's what it was. Anyway, there you go. But anyway, I know this hasn't been the longest video ever. or maybe even the most exciting. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I did get a chance to finally go out and try and get a turkey. Obviously it didn't work out the way I wanted to. We will do better next time, hopefully. Yeah, just in case you're wondering, this is a Shermer. There you go. I'll just show you guys. It's a Shermer. This is the ME model. So, yeah. It's not in the best condition, but it's one of the more unique things that I have. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, you guys know the drill. You gotta hit that like button. You know, it helps me out a bunch. It really, really does. If you guys want to see, you know, like the newer one, and I can show you guys how it all works, I'd be more than happy to do that. Yeah, the one I have is a new 25 caliber one. It's a cash stunner instead of a Shermer though. So anyway, yeah, if you guys like the content, be sure to hit the subscribe button, notification bell if you guys want to know when I upload. Yeah, whether you guys do that or not, hopefully I'll see you on the next one.